Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see you, Dan here. So I thought I would start to try and do some online lessons for the music service kids and any of the other children that are off at the moment that want to try and learn a couple of new little tunes. So this first video I'm going to do today, we're going to try and learn to play the theme tune to Wallace and Gromit. So it's a really fun little theme tune. It only uses the first 3 frets on the guitar. If you want to use just your thumb, if you want to use a pick, that's fine. If you just want to use your thumb, make sure you rest your fingers on the body and when you're picking. So I'm going to be sharing with you a little screen in a moment, which is going to show you the music. And what I'd suggest you do is when you see that after the lesson, you can rewind the video and then go back and pause it so that you can play along. And then you can get it nice and close up and have the music to read. I've also got another little camera here where I'll be able to show you a close-up of my left hand and of my right hand, how I'm going to be playing those notes. So without further ado, this is what the Wallace and Gromit theme tune sounds like on the guitar. There we go. So let's take a quick look at bar number 1. So I'm going to share my program called Guitar Pro with you here. And you should be able to see there the first bar. I'm going to zoom in nice and fast, nice and large, sorry, for you there. So you can see what's going on. And there we go. So we're not too concerned at the moment with the notes at the top. Let's just get our finger positions and do a little bit of playing by ear. So we're going to be looking at the finger positions and then thinking about the melody. So here on the 2nd string, 1st fret, we're going to use our index finger. And then on the 3rd string here, 3rd fret, we're going to use our 3rd finger. That's our ring finger. And then here on the 2nd fret, we're going to use our middle finger, our 2nd finger. So the first 3 notes there, string 2 and string 3, they should sound like this. So I'm just going to go back to another camera angle now for you so you can see my left hand, how I'm going to play that. And nice and close up, that looks like this. So my index finger, and then my 3rd finger going to string 3. And then my 2nd finger going down to string 3, fret 2. Okay, now that repeats itself. So we're basically going to do that twice. Like that. That's our first bar. So let's go back to the music screen now and have a look at the next couple of notes. I'll zoom out a little bit for us so we can see. There's only 2 notes to finish off with in this 2nd bar. So those, when we put them together with the first section that we've just looked at, should sound like this. You notice this note here on the 1st fret, 2nd string. It's quite quick when it changes from that to this open string here. So I'll leave that on the screen for a second and I will play that a couple of times. So I'm going to play all the way from this 1st fret on the 2nd string all the way through to the 3rd string open. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so moving along now to the next 2 bars, there's a few more notes. Now these take just on the 2nd string and then we go to the 1st string open there, then we're going back to the 2nd string and then back to the 3rd string. Now this note here, we're going to make that, if you look at the top, it's nice and long. So these 2 notes are tied together or joined together. So this is going to be a long note here. So starting at this 3rd fret, I'll play this so you can hear it. I'll leave the music up so you can see it, and then I'll play it, and it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So next, I'm just going to switch to a different camera angle again, so you can see my left hand, how that works. So again, looking a nice close up, I've got my third finger on fret number 3 on the second string, and then I'm going to go to my index finger. So it goes 3, 1, 3, and then the first string open, then back to the second string, 3rd fret, 1st fret, over to the 3rd string now with my 3rd finger, and then down to the 2nd fret. So we get this. Okay, good. So we'll go back to the music now. And if we look at the whole of that first line now, and we're going to take it just very slowly. And if you're finding this a little tricky to play to begin with, don't worry. That's not you. It's just that it is quite tricky to get your fingers round. So let's move this up a little bit higher there. Okay, so I'm going to play now these 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, and number 4 over here. And they should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can get the computer to play this for me as well. So let's see if the computer sounds like what I've just played. Yeah, a little bit faster than the way I played it, but that's pretty good. Now, let's move on to this second line. And you notice that this bar, it's exactly the same as the first 2 bars. So I won't go over that again because we've just done that in the first section of the video. Let's just have a little look at the last 2 bars. Now the last 2 bars, the first little bit of the last 2 bars is the same as the first 2 bars. So it goes 3, 1, 3, open, but the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, they are slightly different. So I'm going to play these again for you, and you should hear it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, at the top, we've got these long notes here joined at the top. So this note is going to be long, that one. This one is also going to be long. And then we're going to go to a quicker note moving from this open string. And then we've got 3 quite long notes there. So I'll play again from the 3rd fret here, and it should sound like this. Long, long. Now, if I do you a little close up on my my left hand, so I'll share my left hand screen with you again. This is what it will look like. So we're going to have 3, 1, 3, then open, 1st string, 3rd fret on your 2nd string, nice and long. Then we go into the open 1st string again, and then my 1st finger hopping across from fret 1, string 1, string 2, fret 1, string 1, fret 1. Like that, one more time. Okay, good. Now, if we go back to the music and we open it all the way up and we have a look at the whole thing. Let's zoom out a little bit and then see if we can see the whole of the score. There we go. So we're going to play all of that. I'm going to count myself in after 4 counts, And then I'll tell you what, let's just slow this down a little bit, I think. So because when you're playing this at home, you're probably going to find this quite a challenge if we play it too fast. And I'll pop in a little bar for us so that we can have a 4-beat counting, I think, at the beginning as well. So I'll just rearrange this so we can see everything nicely. There we go. Get that in. So we're going to have a 4-beat count in here at the beginning, and then we will try and see if we can play our song all the way through. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Great, cool. Going to start again. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Cool. And there we go. So if you take a few minutes over the next week and have a little go at learning to play that, just follow the finger positions. Don't worry if you don't want to use a pick. Like I said, you can use your thumb. And the tricky part here is making sure your thumb, your right hand and your left hand move together across the different strings. If you just want to use one finger as well, that will do to begin with. It's better if you can try and use 3, but obviously, or 2 even, you know, when you're getting, just to get you going. Anyway, the music that I've shown you, shared with you there, in the description below, there will be a link that will connect you to my website, and you can download that piece of music for free and print it off if you need to, have it on your music stand, or you can pause the YouTube video. Don't forget, pause the YouTube video and then follow it along on your tablet or your laptop. So in this crazy time we're living in, there's a nice little project that you can have for the week, learning to play the Wallace and Gromit song. I will see you again, hopefully next week, with another theme tune or some chords or a song for you to learn to play. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye.